I felt happy with where my swing was, but just being able to, you just having not played that much competitive golf for the last 3 or 4 months, you just don't really know if you're going to be able to kind of be efficient. I think that's the big difference at this level. There are thousands of players that are as good or close to as good as we are, but the guys that play really well on tour are just very efficient and just manage their games well, and they turn 5 into 4 and 4 into 3. You just kind of do that. So to be able to come out here and play some good golf and play efficient golf, and definitely putted a lot better today than I had the first 2 days, which was a nice surprise always, and hoping to just keep that momentum going tomorrow.
There's so much movement on the back nine, especially here.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, does that make it especially important to kind of just stick with that process, because there's going to be guys moving around all over around you?
Yeah, you certainly can't protect anything out here, that's for sure. So, yeah, no doubt. Especially when it's a shootout like this and the scores are really low, you just stay aggressive and just go, like I said, just go do your thing.
Yeah.
He had a really good day with the putter. How would you assess Chris Kirk's career?
A Bermuda specialist, born in the South, can just eat it up on Bermuda golf courses. Windier conditions, the better they are. You take a look at where his victories have come. 80% of them have come on Bermuda golf courses. Of course, you would expect that from a guy from Georgia. We take a look at a graphic of his wins, and you can see that he's won at Colonial. Of course, not bent grass greens there, but Bermuda from T2 green. You take a look at Palm Beaches, RSM, Sanderson Farm. It's quite comfortable. It's a lot easier to go from a Bermuda world to a bent grass world and a bent grass world to a Bermuda world. The grain just drives people crazy, but he's quite comfortable on it. He's also, I might say, quite comfortable in Hawaii. If you were watching the Sony Open last year, day 1, day 2, this was your 18 and 36 hole leader. He eventually finished 3rd, but being atop of the leaderboard in Hawaii is nothing new for him. He had finished 2nd at the Sony in 2021, finished 2nd at the Sony in 2015, another top 5 finish in 2013. I think part of the reason why, one, he's a pretty straight hitter and a gorgeous move. Kind of reminds me a little bit in transition of Freddie Couples. Freddie obviously more powerful, but I love the fact that it just sort of goes to sleep up there. Just goes up there and sort of goes to sleep. You're like, is he gonna? And boom, it comes down. It's gorgeous. But one of the things I love about it, in windy conditions, you're trying to flight it down. You're trying to get it to sort of cleave the wind. And it's kind of hard to do. We saw this earlier, and I sort of touched on this, but the scores of players as we watch struggle at the 13th hole, scratching their heads, saying, I thought I hit it, Jordan Spieth, for example, and I thought I hit it perfect, just went right through the wind. You just get the right trajectory on it, the right weight on it. Saw it numerous times today with him hitting these beautiful little wedges. That's a draw swing, in to out. And just marvelously done. And on top of that, when he gets in the hunt, he can sort of handle the heat. He had a 54-hole lead at Honda last year on a windy day, and got it done there.
Your first win is always special and memorable. I'm guessing the win at the Honda, or now the Cognizant, holds extra special meaning, given what he had been through, was very open with his battles with alcoholism and depression, out the other side, living his absolute best life right now. This would arguably be against the strongest field he would have played in terms of a victory with the strongest field.
Yeah, we're in a new era, where, it used to be the very best players were trying to peak 4 or 5 times a year. Well, now I would argue it's not 4 or 5 times a year. It's 16 times a year where you've got peak events with maximum dollars, maximum visibility, and open every single door in the game of golf. So, he seems to got to have ice water in his veins, but I would say his advantage goes away. He's got the arithmetic advantage, but to whatever extent those low wedges into the wind is an advantage, and it is, it's not supposed to blow tomorrow. So it's game on. This is basketball with an 8-foot rim, and that's essentially what it was the first 2 days. Everybody was dunking. Everybody. Even the 5'7" guys were dunking. I was dunking. So that's what it's going to be like tomorrow. I mean, today was the first day that this golf course, I would say, was interesting. It had some teeth in it.
Okay.
It's great to see the best players in the world, but you'd just like to see a little more challenge.